We're just going to talk about different stories. We discuss our different stories about birth, our experiences, different experiences before and after birth. And so without wasting so much time, let me invite my guests.
Hi guys.
Hi, najua me. Let me pokea the salamu on their behalf. So how are you, Shal?
I'm good.
Kindly take us through your introduction.
My name is Shali, and as many call me Shal or Ropian. And here today with Resen. Resen is my good friend. We are doing a motherhood vlog, and maybe she can start.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shal, and karibu sana. We're just going to talk about raw things, the things that have worked with us, not with someone else, just you and me. The things that have worked with me and the things that have worked with you. Considering that we almost gave birth the same time. We were pregnant the same period, the same year. We gave birth the same year. Sindio?
True.
We are 2022 mummies. And so, Shal, if you can take us through your pregnancy journey briefly. How was your pregnancy journey? Was it smooth? Are you a mom of how many?
I'd say, let me start. First, I'm a mom of 2. My latest pregnancy journey has been was very smooth. If I try to compare it with the first pregnancy, the first pregnancy was so tough. So tough. I think it's other than being tough, nobody takes you through about pregnancy. Like you learn on it. You go through the challenges alone. Even though we have Google with us, but nobody really prepares you for it. So my first pregnancy was so tough.
Your second pregnancy?
My second, it was so smooth.
Wow.
So smooth.
What do you mean by smooth?
Like I don't even remember anything about it because I never had those challenges that we people go through, like the vomiting.
You didn't vomit the entire pregnancy?
Even my first, I never have those.
Like nausea, the morning sickness?
No, I don't.
What?
The only thing that happened with the second pregnancy, I was a bit moody.
Okay.
I was.
How about your first pregnancy?
The first pregnancy also was the same. I wasn't moody and I didn't have those. Like it was just okay. But in terms of body changes and all that, it was. Nobody prepared me for it. Wow. I was super tiny. One moment I was, I think 60 before the pregnancy, and by the time I was going to deliver, I was 97 kgs.
How that is 37?
37.
Wow,
yes.
Wow.
And the color? Nearly shika tint.
Now the way we know you that you are dark.
No, I was never this dark. It's the pregnancy.
So it's the pregnancy. You know me, I've known you when you are just you're just like this. So I assume that this is your initial.
I wish you met me before. I wasn't this dark.
So
but anyway, I see the kids running around and I'm like,
it was.
Okay, I'm still hopeful that the tint somehow will disappear as the years go. Lakini ni kama ziendi.
Now, now the way you are telling us that there was a difference between your first pregnancy and your second pregnancy. Give us one major difference, like one thing you can remember that, my first child was like this, and then my second child, it was like this. That one thing you remember clearly.
Maybe the first and the second. First, it's the weight gain during the pregnancy. Na hiyo kukua mweusi. Even though the second one still bado nilikuwa mweusi na bado nika add a lot of weight because but I didn't add so much because I think I added around 12-15 kgs
in your second pregnancy.
Yeah. But in terms of now delivery, the first one was a roller coaster.
Yes.
It was. The baby was so huge. So a big baby. I gave birth to a tiny baby elephant.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
And are you a CS mom?
Yes, I'm a CS mom.
Okay.
Both babies.
Okay.
The first baby was quite huge, even though the second one wasn't huge. But I think it's because I had the previous experience of the big baby. So this one, I don't see her that big.
Are you sure? And the way may see her is she's a big baby.
No, actually she's so tiny compared
to the first child.
Exactly. She's too tiny.
Okay.
If I compare her with the first son, my firstborn.
Now for me, I don't think now because I have one child, I might not say that I can compare my first or second baby, but I can use like the expectation I had. About the weight of the baby, my baby was also he had lots of weight. Lots of weight. And that's one of the reasons why I ended up being a CS mom. And what else? The things that zilini shock. No one prepared me for it. For me, I also become so dark in my body. My face might not show, but the entire body it's dark. I've always had people talking about stretch marks. Now me was like, what are those? What are those? What are you guys talking about? The stretch marks, the adding weight. Let me tell you, kama kuna kitu ilinipata in shock.
The weight gain.
Me, I was just like, let it happen the way it may happen. But I really didn't expect. And then I thought the weight, okay, when I was pregnant, sikuwa na that big, sikuwa na weight. Na hata kama nilikuwa na, it was likely. Mimi nilikuwa nasema unahesabu 2 kgs ya mtoto una plus na yangu. And then I just thought it was like that. So I was saying Nikki add sana ni around 5 kgs and all that. But apparently I added more than 20 kgs. Now, funny enough, on my 4th trimester, after I gave, now we're talking about after I gave birth. When I gave birth, my kgs were just okay. Nearly had likely, if not 3-4. They were not that much. Now after mtoto amefika 4 months, 3 months and above, I don't know what happens. I really do not know what happens. And I gain a lot of weight. I gain a lot, more than 20 kgs.
No, that is what is called baby fat.
Baby fat. And is it a fed?
They might not.
Yes. Me, I really do not know how I felt about it. It wasn't a bad feeling. I can't say it was a bad feeling or a good feeling adding the kgs, but I was just there. I didn't know what to do with it.
You don't know, you're confused about your body, you don't know how to dress anymore.
Now I'm starting again because sidhani kuna any outfit that I used to wear before I gave birth that I'm wearing it right now. There is no.
Of course.
And now people that didn't know that you are pregnant, they didn't know that you've given birth, you start posting.
Meet them and
meet them and they're like,
what happened to you?
What did you do?
Now let me tell you, during my first pregnancy, I would meet people that know me so well, people that we've interacted, and they would meet me walking. Mtu anakupita tu,
they don't know you.
They do not recognize you. And I used to feel so bad. Like I would go home and cry, and I'm like, kwa nini wananidharau? Kumbe it's the changes that are happening in my body that people don't even know me anymore. But good thing, and I really appreciate, I don't struggle with feeding, shedding the baby fat.
Okay. For me,
they just, as I breastfeed every other month, I lose 3-4 kgs. Now me, I add during pregnancy, and during breastfeeding, I shed.
Oh.
Yes.
Me, I didn't add a lot of kgs when I was pregnant. It's just something with the nose. I don't know what happens with the nose when you are pregnant.
The nose is everyone.
Is it breathing for 2? The nose was in the face, ndio tu zili sana, but the entire body didn't change, because even you can recognize in my previous video, I was pregnant, and you could not even tell unless you are very, very keen.
No one could tell.
And the people who could realize that I was pregnant are the mothers, especially someone who has ever been pregnant. You get?
They would suspect and like, your video.
You know. But now after I came to do my previous video, the one that I did, Now, people had questions. I'm sure they were looking for ways they could ask me about it. But by the time I was coming to do that video, me, I was okay. I've loved my body. I have known how to dress. I know what to wear, what time to wear, and which place to wear. You get. So I think I nisumbui anymore, I nishtui anymore. I'm just okay, and I'm working toward it. And then I'm very positive about it that it's not permanent. My body will just be. Even my son is not even 1 year old, and so why am I even bothered? But I've started watching my weight, watching what I feed, my food, diet, and I've also tried working out. Not really for me to lose weight, but because I've just been keeping fit and I've been indoors for so long, and I think that's one of the reasons I try to watch that. Now, another thing about preparation. Did anyone prepare you about motherhood? Like friends, social media, family?
I had there's this, what is it called? I don't know whether you've used it. Like, would you register online? I can't remember, because during my second child, I didn't bother to go through it again, because anyway, I've been there. I know how to do ABCD, even though I'm not that perfect. But at least during my first pregnancy, I registered. It's called Mom something.
An app.
Yeah, it's an app. So that is what I would go and read reviews from moms all over the world, and the challenges they're going through during pregnancy, after birth, what to do, just how to go about the whole process of now that baby is here.
So in short, Google.
Yeah, that is what. But as friends, of course, people tell you this and this and this, but everyone has their own opinion. You can't go picking everything, so you get to sieve what works for you. And also, basically, motherhood, you just learn on the job.
Yeah,
you learn on the job what your child wants, what fits your house, and all that. So I wouldn't say anyone prepared me. I learned on the job. And I remember after delivery, my first delivery, I went to the hospital. The baby was crying. That boy used to cry.
Okay.
He would cry, and then at some point we didn't sleep for the whole night. Like, he cried almost during the whole day. He cried the whole night. So we started suspecting, is he really okay? So in the morning, we went, me and my sister and my mom, we went to the hospital. I remember it was Gertrude Kitangala. So we went there, akapimwa, nothing wrong.
He was how old? How many months? How many days?
It was like 3 days. No, after
delivery.
After the CS, after the 4 days of being in the hospital, is it 3? I think 3 days. So the baby was like 5 days old, basically. So we went there. Me, I was crying the entire time. The baby cries, I am there crying. And then my mom would get pissed off. Like, kunalilisha nini? So ukilia, mutaliliana mpaka lini?
I know.
So we went to the hospital. Mtoto akapimwa, he's okay. Then I told the nurse, can I leave this baby here and then go? Can I leave this baby here and then come for him maybe when he's like a month? And I said, no, we don't keep baby here with us. We're just here for treating the babies, but unfortunately you have to go with your baby. But I thank God, at least I had people around me.
You got enough help.
And also, if you are a mother, you can tell that babies only cry the first 3 months. They're also confused. Which world is this? Everything has changed.
Yeah.
So after like the 3 months, even a cry baby will most probably adapt and just become calm. I've noticed with different babies, like a cry baby will cry for almost 3 months and then that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
For me, my son Pia, he cried. He really cried. I was so stressed up. Being a CS mom, nobody talks about the healing of the CS healing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine was really painful. It took some time, almost 2 to 3 weeks to be okay. It was painful. By the time
even when you came home.
Even when I came home, it was still painful. I don't know why. I really don't know. Sijaielewa because I hear people's stories and people like just in less than a week I was okay. But mine took like 2 to 3 weeks to be okay. And now by the time when we were in the hospital, remember they used to take the baby, wanaenda wanamuosha.
Yeah.
I could hear him alikuwa analia. And now I cannot even help myself. Ndio niamke nisema I'm going to hear to look at him, what's happening and all that. I don't know why babies cry while they are young, but I think mine hakulia more than a week. You see, tulikaa hosi for 3 days. When we came home, he cried for like 2 to 3 other days. Actually, less than 5 days nilikuwa nalia usiku. Ever since then, I have never struggled with waking up at night. Actually, the first time nilianza kulearn breastfeed akilala. I know people were telling me it was wrong, but me, I don't know why I was so okay with doing that. Nilikuwa na breastfeed tukilala. So I don't remember.
No, I think it's okay. I think it's okay because even when you're in the hospital, the doctor will probably tell you, stop straining yourself. You can breastfeed the baby as long as you don't shut while breastfeeding.
Yeah, it will choke him.
Yeah.
So when vile nilikuja home, I used to breastfeed him akilala, and that's how it is. I don't remember time apart from those 5 days or a week. I don't remember any other time nishaamka usiku eti I'm taking care of the baby, the baby is crying and all that. When I wake up usiku maybe ni mimi tu nimejisikia time na breastfeed akilala, naamka na change diaper na ku breastfeed. That's all. I've never eti kuamka usiku mtoto analilia because kama kuna kitu I was so prepared. Hiyo ndio nilikuwa nimekuwa prepared for by my mom and friends telling me that the first trimester there's no sleeping, mtoto atakuwa anaamka usiku. So I was mentally prepared. Luckily haikunipata as I expected.
Okay.
Yeah, and then another thing that I think that changes, I don't know if other people experience, but I had no clue. Sikuiona Google, sikuambiwa na my mom, sikuambiwa na marafiki is the cracking nipples. I still have the medicines. the creams I used to apply. Yeah. It was painful. Hadi nilikuwa naona kama
it is. I know it is so painful.
And I had a lot of milk. Now by the time when I was pumping the milk, kuna time unaona inatoka hadi na stain ya damu, ilikuwa inatoka hadi na damu. It was bad. It was really painful. Mtoto akiamuka, yani nasikianga that is the only pain I feeling bado ni fresh hadi sasa
like you want to breastfeed and at the same time you're afraid of the pain.
You are afraid of the
you like you're 50-50 about breastfeeding.
Yeah, it was a bad experience.
I know that feeling. I had that feeling during my first delivery, my firstborn.
How was it?
Same situation. I think everyone goes through that. I don't think there's anyone who
escape that.
Yeah, there's no escape route. If everyone has to, I don't know whether it is everyone, but I'm assuming that it's normal.
Yeah.
By the time the hiyo njia ya maziwa ifunguke and all that.
Is it ni njia ya maziwa ifunguke vizuri ama ni ulimi ya mtoto ndiko? I don't know. Because mimi nilikuwa naona kwani ni ulimi yake inanikata.
It's not the tongue. I think it's the pulling.
Oh yeah.
The pulling of milk.
And also the position of breastfeeding contributes to that.
It does. And then when you're in the hospital, especially if you're a CS mom, you're being told, hold the baby like this.
Yeah.
There's pain here, there's pain down there.
Yeah, I know. Mothers go through a lot.
For my first baby, because my firstborn was 5.2 kgs.
5.2. That's a lot.
That's a huge baby. It's a huge baby.
Did you choose a CS? Sorry to cut you short.
No, that one, I had no option.
You just...
But I was there very hard-headed. I'm like, this baby will come out. God knows how it's going to come out.
True.
But now the doctors are like, no, we can't allow, it's not going to happen. It's your first child. Oh, blah, 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 blah. He will tear you. We will also tear you. It will end up as an emergency. Eventually, I ended up in theater.
Did you labor?
I labored, but the kind of stories that I hear out there about labor,
ask me.
It's like I didn't labor. Because, what? Y'all. It's like you go through hell.
It is.
I haven't, and Fortunately, I have not experienced labor. But okay, I experienced labor, but not the labor that I hear people talk about. It was just small pain, and then I ended up in theater. For the second born, it was optional CS. I said, oh, me, I want 2 wounds. Never. First wound, let's do it again. We get done.
Now, what's that one thing that made you now agree to go to the theater?
For the first or the second?
The first baby.
The first I did, there was no option. I mean, there was a whole report. The clinical officer in charge of that particular day wrote a whole report that if anything happens to her right now, we are not to be blamed.
Okay, and that's a very sensitive information. Yeah. That's what they also tried.
And he wrote the names of the people that I was with. Yes, my then boyfriend, who is now my husband, and my friends. My sisters who were there, the doctor was so serious. He wrote down a whole report, telling you like 3-4 full scraps that this woman is like this and this and this. They are refusing her to go to the theater. They do not want CS. They are opting for normal delivery. They stated their reasons why it's not able to work like that. Yeah, to work like that. So if anything happens to her, the blame goes to the people that she is with.
She came with.
So we saw there was back and forth of a lot of business going on, and then we just agreed, let's go. I was taken when my sisters were not even psychologically prepared. Like now, she's leaving. They had to come to the theater door to beg and say, please, can you give us for 1 minute, we pray.
Oh yeah.
So now I came out, we prayed, and then I went in.
Wow. I think mine was also like that. I also had friends who were there, and my partner was also there. It really took us time to agree and sign those papers. But PMMA, when we started, because I was induced twice, they told me that this one it's 80% a CS, 20%. But Mimi and I know, I was just like, no, I have to give birth. Normal. And then I wasn't really prepared. Nobody prepared me for CS. They'll just tell you that just in case of anything, you agree to go to the CS. But they don't tell you that once you go to the CS, they don't give you details about the CS. Especially for me, my mom. I don't remember any other time my mom ashanikitisha kanambia no, na ikifika place yenye unaenda kuzaa through CS, this is how you should prepare and that. No, she has never. I think the reason being our moms, they didn't know much about CS. They actually don't even. They don't subscribe to it even up to date. Yeah. Not unless if it is a situation, a medical situation, which right now it's also a bit hard to say it's a medical situation because even us out here, we don't want to go through pain. Most women, they just want to go on a selective CS. But our moms still have a challenge adapting to our modern ways of giving birth. Yeah. Yes. And they prefer the normal way, which is the best. But I think giving birth is just giving birth, whether through a CS or through a normal. All of us, we are moms. Yeah, we are moms, and the only different thing is your mode of delivery. But upon receiving your child, the same way the challenges you will go through raising your child are probably the same. I would go raising my child. True. The sleepless nights, the crying baby, the visitors day 1. I don't even know why people visit on day 1 week 1. Like, can you hold on? We get to 3 months, we sleep fast. My friends who have given birth this year, after me giving birth, if there is something I've told them is it's okay to say no to visitors. Yes, it's okay to tell them no, I'm not ready at the moment. I know it's hard, but it is okay. It's okay to say today no. Yeah. Because the kind of sleep mtu anatokanga nayo hosi ukitoka kujifungua, I don't know where it comes from. I think it's because there's a lot of fatigue trapped in your system through all the way from the pregnancy period, the weight gain and all that. There's a lot of tension in your system, and you've not been resting well, because I know as your pregnancy grows,
you kinda don't sleep towards the end most of the time. Like you would sleep 10 minutes on this side, you're tired, you turn, you wake up, you go to the shower. Like I would shower.
I know.
My second pregnancy, now my baby girl, I would shower 2 times at a night. Cold shower.
I know.
Nalala nimesweat, bed sheets are wet, bathroom. I come, nimejiekelea, hakuna kujifunika.
Yeah. You need pillows all over.
Yes.
You
and you would get so mad. Now I'm like, I want to cry. I can't cry.
I used to
the tears
cry.
are not coming out.
I used to cry.
And I would drink ice cold water at night. Like I can't drink without ice cubes. Niko tu ile safari nimetrip the trip from the bedroom and to the kitchen. Kwa freezer kuchukua ice cubes. Hey.
How about your feeding? Did you feed a lot? Ulikuwa unakula excess when during your last?
My
How was your appetite?
My second child, I didn't eat. I would say I would eat little, very little, and then my first child, I ate. You guys, I ate.
Did you have cravings?
And there's this Minute Maid apple or Fanta passion.
Not orange.
Passion cold. And that
It
Minute Maid apple.
Pregnant, yeah.
Minute Maid apple nakalia 2 liters. Nateremsha yote.
Me, I didn't even want a glass to take the Fanta orange with. You take it using that bottle. Unaikunywa hadi unaiweka kwanza, unaangalia it's almost over, unapumua.
Yes.
Ndio unaanza samali. You know, you just feel so good.
Yes.
Ikiteremka na ikuwe baridi.
But with my second child, imagine me, I didn't have, although I experienced a bit of, your low sugars. Okay, both pregnancies I've had issues of low sugars. I don't know whether it comes with the big babies issue and all that, but I've had a consistent issue of low sugars in both pregnancies. But especially for the second pregnancy, it was like I would natoka job natetemeka naanguka. Yes.
Kufaint.
Like I wouldn't fail, but I would be so weak that such that sina energy, I can't stand.
Both babies.
I don't think I've had issues of they call it gestational diabetes or something like that. Like you only get it when you're pregnant, and then after pregnancy you could. I think it comes with the big babies, because both of my babies, none of them was less than 4.5 kgs.
Those were very, very.
The younger one was 4.5. The older one was 5.2.
But you the second CS, you didn't even wait for any labor. You just went to the.
No, I just went. I talked to the gyna, and the gyna was like, "We will deliver at 39 weeks. You come."
Me, I think if I'm going to get a second baby, me, I don't think I'll ever wait for that labor thing again. I'll just book an appointment with the gyna, because either way, I might end up kwa theater again. So
not really. You can also end up in the maternity ward and all that.
Me, I'm not going to wait. Okay. I don't know how people will view this, but as for me, the next baby, I'll just go, because I labored the first pregnancy. With the first pregnancy, I labored. I was prepared for a normal, and I ended up for a CS. I also think it's just wise. My thoughts, my opinion, what I think, and what will work with me is I'll just go for. I'll still choose a CS, not because. Okay, I don't know. Let me not talk about that because people might not understand.
Might view otherwise.
Yeah, and might view it differently. But that's what I'll go with. Now, Shal, Ebu describe motherhood in one word. How has it been being a mom?
It's a
mom
beautiful
of
journey. It's a beautiful journey. It's been a learning process. I'm still trying to learn. I'm not yet there. I'm a young mom.
True.
But I have zero expectations. So I'm just willing to learn. I learn on a daily.
And unlearn.
And unlearn.
Oh. I think also if I could describe motherhood in one word, motherhood is beautiful. Really, it has changed me in so many ways.
So many ways.
So many ways. Anyone who knows me before I gave birth, they can even see that. They can note that motherhood has changed me in so many ways. There are some versions of you that were hidden that ni motherhood tu inaweza ifungua, so that you can. It has made me discover myself more. I feel like I didn't even know that I was this strong. I didn't even know I've handled things in motherhood that ningeulizangwa before I gave birth. Ningesema tu singemeka, hiyo siwezi, you know. But the moment I gave birth, it changed me differently. It made me a different person. And it's beautiful. I've loved it. I've loved being a mom. Another thing that I feel we haven't even talked about is taking care of yourself as a mom. It reaches a point that anything else could be, you could put everything else aside for you to concentrate on the baby, including your family, your husband, your home, your parents. Kila mtu ni second option. I think inafaa at some point, but there is you. It's you first. You do have anything to add about that?
I wouldn't necessarily say that it's you first, because you have little humans that you brought into this world that they need your care, they need your attention and all that. But on that process, you also don't forget yourself. As much as there's so much culture shock that it comes with it, you're trying to adapt to the new changes. Changes of being a mom, probably changes of getting married, probably changes of in-laws, changes of the new environment, changes of now being indoors. You are young, wild and free, but now you're indoors. There's so much. But I would say it is a learning process. At some point you're low, at some point you're doing okay. It's just a learning process. First, accepting now the changes within your body. The fact that you can't run errands just like that. You're moving, you're hurling up your friends and let's meet for coffee, let's meet for lunch, let's go this place, let's do this. It's an entirely different world that it's only you who can guide yourself to understand the changes that it comes with it. And also just I would say knowing that you're not the first mom, you're not the last mom. Others have done it before you. I'm sure there are always people that you can look up to and say, fulani alifanya hivi, as much as you won't know exactly how they did it, but at least there's a guiding factor out there on how to go about it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. I don't think I have anything else to add. I think just take care of yourself as you can. Don't try to forget yourself.
Please don't. Please
the world will
don't
not stop to wait for you.
Yes, please. After that breastfeeding, oga.
Yeah, get yourself good things.
Atusemi necessarily uingie soko, but okay, depends kama uko soko ama hauko soko.
I know.
But wherever,
take care
just
of
look
yourself.
Good, look presentable.
Even in that house where you are.
Make people have a love motherhood and want to achieve motherhood.
Yeah, true.
Than sending wrong images about motherhood out there, like motherhood is like this and this.
People will be looking at
like
you and
kama ni mzigo umekelewa. No, have fun while at it.
Yeah,
have fun while at it.
Another thing about motherhood, kubali kusaidiwa, like it's okay to be helped. By there, I don't think you can manage without getting help. There was at some point when I was 1 month, I've had a nanny when I was pregnant. I think since I was 6 or 7 months pregnant, I've always been having a nanny. I've had a nanny for quite some time. I think 6 months if I'm not wrong.
Before you deliver?
Before I deliver. When I was 6 months pregnant, hadi nikakuja nikajifungua, and then akaenda tukiwa 1 month, tukiwa 5 weeks, 1 month and a week. That's when the nanny left. And then I came to realize that you cannot do, like you need help. You apparently need help.
Of course you do. At that moment, especially before your system goes like becomes okay, hey, you need help. You need a lot of help.
And ask for help.
And
don't
ask
assume that
for
people
help.
will help you. Even having your relatives in your house, having your in-laws in your house, don't assume that those people will help you. Usiassume, useme now sinimeza niko kwa bed, they know that I've given birth. No, don't assume that people will help you. Ask for help.
But can I surprise you? Imagine, I don't know whether I'm weird or the people who can relate with me out there, but imagine, I prefer being alone.
While taking care of your baby?
Yes. Like me and my nanny and my partner, we are okay.
That's okay.
Yes. Even if my partner is committed somehow, I am okay with my nanny.
How about, okay, for
I
me...
know maybe people will want to do it like...
No, but I think that's okay.
But I just love my space.
When you are... You can also have your space
at
when
that
you have
moment,
your sister or your brother in the house.
Like I don't want so many people
around
me at that moment.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
But
I just want few people around me, like limited
people,
or even most probably just men. And we are good.
Yeah, and the point is, the reason why you have those people in that house, high chances are they are there to help you on one way or another, right? It's not that you can't just be having people there doing nothing and then you are at a moment that you need. All of us know that a mother needs help in one way or another. Now, if you have people in your house, you know, you can be having people and people are just staying with their nannies or anyone around you, including that nanny. Ask for the help where you feel like, you know, we assume that some nannies are okay to stay with you the whole night if your baby is disturbing or crying the whole night. Some nannies are okay.
Will sleep.
Some will sleep. Some will be okay
and
to
let
take care
you go through the struggles alone.
Yeah. So communicate. Ask for that help if you can.
But you know, sometimes also I that's why I prefer having limited crowds around me to sipitane and all that.
Yeah.
Because I want to believe it's common sense, it's logic. You see that I'm a young mom or rather a new mom. The baby is not sleeping. I am tired, I need to rest. It's only I would say, and it only makes sense if you come and say, bring the baby, I hold, you sleep.
Do you think everyone will do that?
But now, if it gets to a point of me asking for your help, you as Resian, we are living together. You don't see that I need rest. Then
how about what if I don't know anything about motherhood?
And why should I ask for it and we are living together? Why? I mean, you're there to give help. Then if the help has to be asked from you, then you have no purpose.
Now, let's talk about that one of at night. Maybe your baby cries at night.
It's
some, not all.
For me, basically, same applies.
Are you sure? How will I know that your baby is crying at night?
You're sleeping, we are sleeping, you've had the baby cry. Or day 1, you might not have had, I will ask for help. Day 2, day 3, day 4, you're always sleeping. Why are you there? You came to help. If you're not giving help, then please. Then I'd rather live knowing that I am alone.
And handling this alone.
And I handle things alone than knowing that I have people around me who are probably not giving me help when I badly need it.
Okay, that makes sense. But as for me, I think I'll communicate. I'll let you know. I think mtoto wangu akilia the first night, I'm assuming that.
I will do that once. I won't do it every day. I won't do it every day. Because then it would look like I am begging you to help me. No.
I don't think so.
Please, if you get to visit a new mom in their house, just do the necessary. Help them.
Don't even wait
here.
Don't wait for them to go and cook for you, to go and cook food for you. Get into that kitchen.
Lend a hand there. Be swift and fast. Do things here and there. Fix issues here and there.
How often do people visit you, Shell? When you give birth?
They come, of course. You know,
the first 3 months. Yeah, our
community, of course, they come. But if it were me being asked, please stay. Come when you've done the 3 months injections.
Yeah.
Yes. Or at least come when you've done the 6 weeks.
At least
the 6 weeks. I wouldn't have rested enough but at least we have our first injection. Hata hiyo homa na kukisiwa ya mtoto, you can control. Yeah.
I think when the moment I was out of the hospital, I've had friends coming since the first day when I took hospital. I actually had others when walinitoa hosi, and I can't really complain that it's okay. I don't know. Nilipata help enough, like they could take care of the baby. I sleep during the day because my baby was active during the day and analala usiku vizuri. So as for me, my own experience, the friends that visited me when I was out of the hospital the first 3 months and entirely, they were like good people. They understood the assignment, and most of them they are not moms, they don't even. But I remember I used to communicate. Me could stay nani kuna place, like when the nanny went and my sister was working, so I didn't have enough help. I could call one of the friends and ask them, please come, I need this help, I'm at this help.
That's totally in order, it's totally understood, because it's one person, the few friends that you're close with, that is okay. But what I was saying is, the person that lives under your roof, and you have to beg for help.
You don't have to.
My friend, vamos.
I'll talk about, I've also had someone who was in my house and I didn't get enough help. A story for another day. I won't talk about it right now because I think this vlog we're going to end it here, but it will be a continuation. We'll have another vlog, character development zenye tume experience as moms, because nimeona topic imeelekea that side. But let me end this vlog. It was nice interacting with you, Shal. Maybe if you have a last word for new moms out there before we close.
Enjoy while it lasts. The babies grow. You miss them being young. So just enjoy.
Sure.
Learn on the job.
Yeah.
Because basically nobody takes you through it.
Yeah.
And even if they take you through it, you still have to learn on the job.
Yeah. Sure.
That's the only job that any others you go for the kufundishwa huko and all that. But this one, the way mtoto wako, the way the baby is, whether it's a special baby, love the baby, the way the baby is, just appreciate the motherhood process.
Wow, that's so nice. It was nice interacting with you guys, and see you on the next vlog. Bye.